when Carwow came along, I thought, oh, brilliant! Another car buying service that is going to stop us car dealers from buying cars for... Well, let me ask you one more question, because this is a big one for me. Why did you choose Carwow to sell your car? I want to know the answer to that more than anything. There's so many platforms, so many avenues, so many... Why did you choose Carwow?
I think I probably just...
Well, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Kev Knight's here. Thanks for coming back. Straight away, I've got to apologise. I don't know what's happening with my microphones, but I've tried filming a minute ago. They sounded horrendous, so I'm just running without a mic at the moment. Hopefully when we pick Claire up, or when Claire picks us up from work, things will be different. But just so, we are now, and when I say we are now driving to work. Claire's going to meet us at work, collect us, because we are going to, hopefully, collect our first car that we have bought off the car buying platform, Carwow. It's the first car that we've bought on there. We got contacted by them a while ago by a lovely lady. I've got to say, if I can find her name on some emails, she was lovely. Trying to get us on board. Customer service was amazing. So we watched Matt Watson's videos. He seems like a nice fellow. So we've decided to register with them, and this is the first car that we've bought. You know, platforms like Motorway and that have been around for a while. We've bought cars off them. Carwow is a fairly new one. We've got other car dealers that have been on there. They've had success. So this is the first one that we've bought. I'm not going to tell you exactly what the car is, but I would like to say, if you have had experiences with these car buying platforms, whether you're a car dealer and you've bought from them, or whether you've sold your car to the likes of We Buy Any Car and them sorts, please let me know what your experience was like. You know, I've got a funny feeling I'll know what a few of them were like, but I would like to know. Please put it in the comments below. But as far as that goes, we are going to hopefully buy, because this is what we've won, it's not a BMW, but I won't tell you exactly what it is, but it is a 2-litre turbo petrol automatic, crazy low miles, crazy service history, one owner. Oh, I'm excited about it. I just hope that it is what I've bought. I really do. So we're just at work. We'll hook up with Claire. We'll see you in a mo. I just want to say I'm really glad that, so yesterday when I spoke to Derek and I said, would you come on the channel? He's the owner of the car that we're now going to get. Okay. I spoke to Derek and I said, would you mind coming on the channel? And he said there was a categorical no. Straight away, there was no thinking about it. There was no, he said no. And I mean, 80% of the people that we asked to come, especially that I asked to come on the channel, they don't want to be on the channel. They don't, you don't like being on the channel, let's be honest.
I don't mind,
but he said no, and I said, and I don't like to force people to be on the channel, but I would really like to hear his views on some stuff that I'm about to ask him, because that's interesting to us, isn't it, as car dealers. So getting that text message this morning saying that his wife has persuaded him to come on the channel is mega. So we'll get there. You're going to come and meet him, or are you just going to disappear?
I think it'd be a bit weird if we both turn up at his front door. Be like, all right.
Trick or treat.
It's a little bit.
Why? We both work for the same company.
I know, but it's a bit like intense. I think you have two people turn up at the door. Okay. Oh no, I'll sit and wait and make sure, because I mean it might be a heap. You might be like,
it might be a heap. Oh my god, I hope it's not a heap.
Might be like, what's the options with Carwow then? Can you decide if it's not as described, you're allowed to pull out?
That's where I quite, I get it. At the end of the day, if it's not as described, you walk away from it, don't you? If it's really bad.
Because you hear of people, like one person I said, who bought from sold their car on Motorway. One of the guys put something in the exhaust and said it's not running right, and knocked him down, or tried to knock him down. So it was two people that turned up, two guys.
What, well, the car dealers
turned
up?
This was the person that was selling the car on Motorway.
They put a banana in a tailpipe?
Something like that. That's what she was telling me.
The car dealer put something in the exhaust of a car?
Yeah, two guys turned up. It was around London area. I know, not that you should judge that, but just to give you an idea. And yeah, that was a true story. Put something up the exhaust pipe, said it's not running properly, and tried to knock her down. But she said it was really intimidating because one went around the back, one went around the front, two turned up. I thought, yeah, that's not very nice if you're a woman trying to do that, or a man. I shouldn't say woman.
Giving car dealers an amazing reputation, people like that. Brilliant.
I know. Carwow haven't vetted you. They don't know you from Adam.
Well, they do because they vet your website, they vet reviews, they do all of that before they accept you as car dealers. But I suppose you could make that up. If you could make a fake
motorways. It's just like selling your car privately at the end of the day, isn't it? You're going to have people turning up at your door you don't know, but you do get more for your car. So it's
you
a gamble you
definitely
take,
do.
isn't it?
So, yeah.
I don't know then, but there's 16 there.
Oh look! There he is, hanging out. Here he is, look, standing here.
Here he is.
Hi, Derek.
Good morning.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Right, we've never met before, but I'm just gonna and I'm gonna say, Derek, because I've already said coming here that yesterday you didn't want to be on a video, did you? You didn't want to be on it.
No, I didn't.
And I completely understand that. And then this morning, I get a text message from you that your good lady has said, right. What did she say? Did she say, don't be daft, go on the video?
She says I'd also got to wear these jeans.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. What did she say? Did she say, just go on it?
She said, go on it. She said, do it. And I said, I asked her, would you do it? And she said, yeah, I'd do it once.
Right. Oh, well, that's all right. Well, don't worry. We'll do it in one take. So, well, here is this car. I've given a little bit of a rundown of what this car is, as far as everything about it. The fact that you've had it from new, he's straight, Derek, he's straight. I'm seeing already, because I am worried. I've been scared all the way here, but it is straight. I'm worried that I'm going to turn up and this thing's had paintwork on it and it isn't what you've said it is. And
it's a genuine beauty.
It is. It's looking good. It is. It's all right. I'm looking down the side of it and it's like glass, which is what we like. So, the question, there's got to be a question here. You've had this car for the best part of 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to say that you've loved it like a child, because the service history, the mileage, everything about it, it's got to be the nicest one in the country.
It
has to be. Yes, which is exactly what appealed to me.
You have to get that lovely leather in there.
I will do, don't you worry, I will. It's just but it is a lovely, lovely car. And I don't think there'll be another one like it in the country. I really don't. Which is why I got overly excited about it. I mean, it's not even slippery. It's like brand new. God, look at it. People are going to be scared to get in it. Oh, it's a lovely car. It's a stunning car. But one thing I'd like to ask you straight away.
Yeah.
You've serviced this every year at Volkswagen.
Yes.
Everyone these days, even with all the will in the world, most people take their cars out of the network in the first 3 years. The warranty's gone. They don't want to pay £180 plus VAT an hour anymore. Yep. Why did you keep getting it serviced by Volkswagen?
Because I wanted to keep it for a long, long time.
Right. Right.
As I have, and even longer, which is why you're going to get around to the question soon.
Okay, that's an interesting one.
I wanted it done right. When you drive a car around, it's important you know it's safe, it's well serviced, and I thought it's not worth scrimping on. You spend tens of thousands on a car. Why scrimp on a few £100 once a year? It's nothing really. If
only everyone else had that opinion. They haven't. So that's why. So you didn't begrudge paying main dealer costs to get it financed or to get it serviced, because then you knew it's all right.
As long as they did a good job.
Yeah.
Which they did nearly all services.
Oh, that's interesting. So they looked after you customer care wise.
Yeah.
It was always good.
Oh yeah, the mechanics, there was never any problems with that. They never did anything they shouldn't have done. And that's it. I figure if you're paying, you know, as long as they do the job, I don't mind paying the money.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, that's got to organically lead on to the question.
Here we go.
Well, you've had it 10 years.
Yes.
And I mean, it's still done no miles, and it's still like new.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you selling it?
I'll show you why.
You're going to show me why. Oh.
Because I'm emigrating to South Africa.
Oh, wow.
And I can't take it with me.
Did you try?
Yes.
Did you? Did you?
I can't do it
Wow.
as a... You either have to be a citizen or have permanent residency.
Right.
And I didn't discover that until when I put it up on... Just before I put it on Carwow.
Wow. When you going?
10 days time.
Oh, so really? Wow.
See, and you're wondering why I'm in a rush today.
That's mad.
Because I wasn't going to bring this up and muddy the waters.
Okay.
In a couple of hours' time, this house will no longer be mine.
Really?
Yes.
Flipping it. You're doing. So you're doing it. See, you're doing it all right then, aren't you? Christ! It's not just the car. We could have bought the house as well. Oh, okay. Wow.
So,
Well, that makes me feel even better because, if you weren't doing that, you'd be.
this will teach you for putting me on YouTube.
That's so you. So you're blaming it on her. Now I'll put that on the thumbnail. She goes, "Don't get our face on the thumbnail."
Yeah.
Well, that makes me feel even better
That's it.
because otherwise you'd be keeping it.
I told you, yeah. I'd be keeping this for another 10 years or more.
Nice.
It just drives so well. It's well looked after. I know the history.
Yeah.
Why would I get rid of it when I know all those things? But I'm selling it for love.
Yeah. Well, what I will love it. Don't you worry. You'll be able to see the turnaround of it. I mean, it won't be. I do a lot of videos where I turn around cars from trade to retail, and I do the. This one isn't going to need a lot, so it might not be that. It might not be that exciting to do.
I probably won't want to watch any of the latter part of it.
Oh, come on. Well,
yeah. So there you are. Now you know there's a good reason for selling it.
Yeah, I do. I completely do. Well, I'm glad because South Africa's gain is my gain too, isn't it? That's the way that I see it.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, do you know what? Derek's just told me a story about someone. I want to put that on. Literally, the house is sold. Someone's round the corner waiting to put stuff in the garage. No wonder you're stressing out a little bit. Flipping it. What a day.
That is why time is really of the essence.
The funny thing is in life, the two biggest things in life, the two biggest purchases ever, house, car, and you're selling them both on the same day. Oof. Well, let me ask you one more question because this is a big one for me. Why did you choose Carwow to sell your car? I want to know the answer to that more than anything. There's so many platforms, so many avenues, so many. Why did you choose Carwow?
I think I got the recommendation from a friend.
Okay, right.
So I went to the main dealer and they offered me a certain amount.
Interesting.
And I thought, I'm sure I could get more, which is obviously can.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, have you tried all these, new car selling websites? And of course, when I bought this, they didn't even exist.
Okay.
No. All I did was just started searching them. And I tried, what was it? We Buy Any Car or whatever.
Yep.
And the initial experience wasn't great.
No, good.
And the price wasn't good.
Good.
But
I'm loving all of this.
Yeah. Carwow was just really slick. It just made it easy.
Okay.
And the price wasn't, what I liked about it is the price wasn't too high or too low.
Okay.
Because obviously, if it's too high, you know it's going to be bogus. You know you're being drawn in.
Yeah.
So
you probably won't sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just seemed reasonable.
Okay.
But the process was slick and easy. And
let me ask you one more question.
Well, one more question.
Why didn't you choose Motorway over Carwow?
Because I didn't know about it.
Interesting. That's even more interesting.
Yeah.
Because Motorway have put massive market in there and they've been around a lot longer. Carwow are doing well now. They're catching up. Very similar platforms, almost identical for people like us buying cars. Well, fair enough.
Didn't know it existed.
I'm surprised. I know main dealers are horrendous with values. We know that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't up the value on this to try and get this to retail it. I really am. I know they don't retail older stuff.
Yeah.
But there is no way they wouldn't have someone on their books for this car straight away. But it's well in that case, it is their loss. You're completely right. I will I'm going to thank you on it. Thank you for coming on the video.
You're welcome.
Well done. You don't ever have to be scared about being on video ever again, do you? You've done that.
No.
And we'll film a bit more on the way home. We'll go for a road test, but we're not going to film that. That needs to get on. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, here we go. What a great day to be buying a lovely car. How nice is this car? I mean, what a stunning car. It's like brand new, this car. Oh, great. What a lovely, lovely guy Derek was. Oh, such a lovely guy. I mean, this is arguably the biggest one of the, has to be like one of the biggest days of his life. He is on the same day. See, this is really, I didn't film this, but genuinely, I've just dropped him off at his in-laws round the corner. He's just put the key through the door of his house. That's it. Done. His house is sold. It's not his house anymore. You know, he's just put the key through the door. He can no longer get into his house that he's lived in for the last 18 years. He's sold his car all on the same day, in the same... Oh! I mean, that's a stressful day, isn't it? Thank you to Derek for coming on the channel. Lovely guy, lovely car. Man, this is such a nice car. I mean, I tried to keep a lid on my excitement about how stunning this... It doesn't feel like it's ever been driven. You know, it's... And the history, we'll go through the history in a minute. But it's... I mean, it's... I'm really glad that this has gone on like this, because I'm not going to lie to you. As far as... Right, I'm going to go off on one a little bit now, right? Because as far as... I mean, you could potentially make a separate video about this and stuff, but as far as all of these car buying services go... Hold on, we'll get around this roundabout. But yeah, as far as all of these different car buying platforms go, when the likes of... Just turn around, hopefully the sun shouldn't be too bad now. It's a nice day. The likes of... I mean, we could make a very long video about the reality of how many different car buying platforms there now are. And it has made... I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's sort of ruined the motor trade just in the short time that I've been doing this job, been doing it 11 years. The change of what we have seen is huge. It's so vast. But now, I mean, you can't even keep up with who is owned by who and who is in bed with who and which big auction companies are in bed with other car buying. Do you know what I mean? It's got a little bit crazy. But it's, I mean, it used to be like when I first started this job, and you'd see a lovely car for sale on Auto Trader, because it's been the biggest platform since forever, really. You know, it used to be magazine based, then it went internet based. Oh, sound old now, don't I? And you used to be able to go to a lovely car on Auto Trader, private sale, phone them up, and you know, you'd be honest and say, I'm a car dealer, I'd like to try and offer you this. And very quickly the line became, well, we're buying a car, have offered me more than that. And you knew full well that they haven't at all, because when you go there and they knock you down for £15,000 for a couple of stone chips in your bonnet, you knew as a car dealer then that was going to happen. But to tell someone that is looking to use that service, they don't believe you because you're a car dealer trying to buy their car. Well, that has sort of moved on now, because everyone knows what We Buy Any Car are like and the likes. But there's We Buy Any Car, Money for Your Motors, We Want Your car. There's a million of them. But then when Motorway came along, I'm not going to lie to you, when Motorway came along and I sat there on the sofa with Claire, actually, when one of the first adverts came on, my initial thoughts were,
just sell the car.
What? No way.
Yes way. Motorway, the way to sell your car.
well, who the hell's going to bother doing that? Might as well just put it on eBay. Same thing, isn't it? It's just an auction. That's never going to work. That won't work. Man, was I wrong. So then, when Carwow came along, I thought, oh, brilliant! Another car buying service that is going to stop us car dealers from buying cars for... Oh. That was my initial thought, because there is no question, no shadow of the doubt, if you think about it, the more car buying platforms there are, because there's only a handful of cars, there's only a certain amount of cars, the more car buying platforms there are, everyone's going to be tussling for the same cars, the prices are going to have to go up, And unfortunately, the consumer is going to end up having to pay that, because car dealers can't run without a profit. All got overheads, so that's put the prices of used cars up. It's had to have done. But I was completely negative about all these car buying platforms coming about. However, I have come around to the thought and the process of there is now cars becoming available to the average car dealer that potentially 5 years ago might not have come to market for us. They would have just been traded into a main dealer, and then the main dealer would have either retailed them cars or they would have forwarded them on to their little group of dealers that they've got on their networks. They never would have come available. 100% this car would not have been available if Carwow didn't exist, because he hadn't have heard of Motorway somehow, even though they've been going for a lot longer, and he would have ended up trading it in. If this avenue wasn't there, he probably would have ended up selling it to the main dealer. And I can't help but think they'd have retailed this car, because why the hell wouldn't they have? So I'm coming round to the fact that you can now buy a car which is fairly well appraised by the owner, but they have all got criteria. All these car buying platforms have got criteria of boxes that you need to tick, pretty much, of tyres, condition, service history, ownership, everything like that. Very, very sort of self-explanatory and straightforward. So you get a good picture of the car before you even think about buying it. And you know, the fact that you can literally look on the internet in the comfort of your own home for the next day and buy cars that are arguably round the corner from your house. This was 3 miles away from our house, this car. And you know, go to the people that own the car. That's the biggest thing for me. Speaking to the owners is massive. And it's worked out. So we'll go back to work. We're nearly at work now. We'll have another quick look around this car, and then we'll sign off. Well, here we are. Look, we're back. We're so back that it's still ticking. You can hear the exhaust cooling down. I've literally just, do you know what? I know we're just here, and I'm going to sound like the worst car dealer ever, but I've just got, because they're clean anyway. Yes, I know I'm going to prep this car, but because they're clean anyway, we're just going to treat the tyres quickly to see what this potentially is going to look like. And then we'll chat again. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Doesn't that look better? Now, I appreciate that now the tyres look really, really good and the rest of the car doesn't, because it is dirty and all of the sort of anthracite plastic mouldings need treating and all that. But obviously I'm going to do that when we prepare the car. But I just wanted to see realistically what this car is going to end up looking like. I mean, what a stunning car. I'm so glad that I bought this car, because I haven't really chatted about the spec of it that much, but I think as far as this goes, 2 litre turbo petrol, 4-wheel drive, DSG automatic, so it's a match spec. But other than a panoramic roof, which this hasn't got, which some people do love, some people don't, it's got everything else it could possibly need. It's got front and rear park, it's got reverse camera, it's got heated seats, it's got nav, it's got Bluetooth, it's got electric seats. You know, it is a stunning car, and I don't think there's going to be another one like this in the country. Would people prefer a different spec? It's a funny one, because I'm not going to lie, if me and probably Claire was looking for a Tiguan, we would probably look, I say shiny now, look. If I was looking for a Tiguan, I would probably look for an R-Line, because, you know, the R-Lines have got all of the colour-coded body kits. They've all got the flared arches on them. They've got the bigger wheels. They do look lovely. However, we've had a few R-Lines, and I tell you what, they do not drive a patch on what this drives. R-Lines are really firm. They're loud because of the tyre noise. They crash over bumps. They're not like you would expect them to be when you look at the car. So as far as an actual driving experience goes, this beats them hands down. This is because it's got softer suspension. It hasn't got sport suspension on it. It's got the smaller wheels with bigger profile tyres. I mean, it's got Bridgestone jewelers all round, which are like new, you know, which is another appeal to when I was looking at the car. But hands down, it drives better than what an R-Line does. So if I was going to buy one that I was going to live with every day, I'd be buying this. I did say I'd show you this, didn't I? I forgot about that. Just let me show you this. It literally doesn't get any better than this. So we're talking 2014 car, serviced at 15, as in 2015 at 3,000 miles, 2016 at 6,000 miles, 2017 at 9,000 miles, 2018 at 11,000 miles, 2019 at 13,000 miles, 2020 at 15,000 miles, including the all-important Haldex air filter, dust and pollen filter, and plugs. That was a big one. 2021, 16,000 miles. 2022, 21,000 miles. Oh, with another air filter, oh, good Lord. 2023 at 24,000 miles. 2024 at 27,000 miles, and it's just turned 28. Oh, what a car! I mean, what a stunning car. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. I think we're not going to do a journey on this one because, you know, it's not going to be that exciting because it really hasn't got that much to do. It was only serviced a month and a half ago. I mean, it needs nothing, which is lovely. So I think to wrap this one up, lovely car, lovely day. Well done, Carwow. You did all right for me on this one. I will be buying another car from that platform, you know, no doubt. And if you've liked this video, then let us know. And I'll take you along on the next one that we buy from another car buying platform. But for now, I'll say thanks for watching this one. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your likes. I promise I read all the comments that you put on there. I read all of them, whether they're good or bad. We haven't had that many bad ones, but I do read all of them. I don't reply to all of them, and I'm really sorry. I just don't have the time or the energy because I'm getting old now. Oh, and everyone that said about all of the roadworks that was going on, all of your comments, all of your support, everything like that about what was going on, it was really kind. Thanks a lot. The complaint's still going on, but at least they've gone now. Hit that subscribe button if you like what's going on. Give us a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye, bye, bye.